So do you remember that time that someone used a term that insulted and marginalized you and then went on to give a really logical argument about what was wrong with what you just said and you were totally convinced that they were right? Exactly. That never happens. Another day, another obnoxious mansplainer. You can't say that. So what's wrong with the term mansplaining? A marriage of the words man and explain, mansplaining can also be described as explaining something in an overconfident, oversimplified, or condescending way. But there's a problem with the word mansplaining. It's sexist. Some people will justify the use of terms like mansplaining by pointing out that we don't live on a level playing field. And the playing field is still far from level. The gender pay gap in Australia is still at 16.2%. Less than 30% of our legislators are women. Only 18% of our company directors are women. For every dollar the average Australian man earns, the average Australian woman earns 82 cents. And although 90% of Australians agree that men and women should be equally involved in parenting, mums still spend more than double the time looking after the kids than dads do. So it's not a level playing field, and some people would argue that using language like mansplaining is fair given the circumstances. But that doesn't justify the use of words like mansplaining. Here are some other words you might use instead. Patronising, arrogant, condescending, supercilious, pretentious, insolent, snotty, egotistical, head up one's own. So there's already a lot of words in the English language that describe the kind of behaviour that women are calling out when they say that somebody is mansplaining. The problem with using terms like mansplaining is you're likely to be putting offside the people that you most want to convince that this kind of behaviour is not acceptable. Dictionary.com says that the use of the word has evolved in the last 5 years from being intense and serious to casual and jocular. If your only goal in using a term like mansplaining is not to convince anyone or change their mind, but just maybe have a bit of a laugh amongst the sisterhood, go ahead, must be harmless. We'll just put it down to, I don't know, locker room talk.